Good morning. This is the pre-market report for 9th May 2022. Today's pre-market report is a bit late as I've had some issue with the recording program. So I've had to basically re-record this as it did not record the first two times when I was talking. So now when we look at the indexes in the sense of how they're going to perform in today's session, I would say things look rather bleak for only one reason. The first is that the SGX Nifty is indicating another gap down of roughly 200 points, and it's nearly 8 o'clock. So if this gap down were to the figure were to sustain the SGX Nifty, then it opens up to the con support zone at 16,100, which is also on the daily chart and also on the intraday chart. Intraday has a proper 16,100 support, and the daily chart has con support at 16,120. So that now comes a very important rod for the index to fall to today. Now, how I expect it to trade today is I expect post gap down we may see a bit of a recovery. Why I say that is basically, let's say if we open at 16,200, we may fall for the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes to 16,150, 16,100. But post that, some point today or tomorrow's session, we will have to see a short covering come in, because of only the simple fact that we have wandered off so far away from the moving averages that we are basically moving averages in another city and we are right now in another city. So it will be very important now for us to get some sort of a bounce here, and that's just what the technical rules are. You cannot wander off from the moving averages by so many standard deviations that you're in another territory of your own. So how I'm going to be trading today's session and this week's sessions is, if we get a bounce, I'm not going to consider that bounce as a longer term bullish move. I'm only going to basically trade that bounce as a dead cat bounce up till the resistance levels, which I'm sharing today and also which I'll share during the week. Once you reach those resistance levels and I see any weakness, then it will be a time to short again. Why I'm saying that is, number one, the Indian market is very weak. It is extremely on its knees, and any bounce that comes will not be able to sustain, as there is not enough confidence plus good news plus any effort from the Indian government on its own to bolster the market as of now. So all bounces will be dead cat bounces, but a bounce is now coming quite evident due to the situation we're in. So let's look at the quant levels. Now when we look at the quant levels for today, the first support is 16,300, which will be blown through as per the gap down. And then we have a core support at 16,225, which is exactly where the SGX Nifty is trading right now, is 16,224.5. So and then 16,100. So we'll open, I would expect between 16,200 to 16,250. If we open within this range, if we break the 16,200 support, then we'll take a dive to 16,100. By chance, if we break the 16,100 support, we'll take a dive to 15,970. However, if this support were to break, then it is not good for the chart in the longer time frame. Now I'm coming to the weekly time frames, not the daily charts even. Then at 16,100 or 16,225, I'm hoping to see a dead cat bounce, or it fall to 59.70 in upward trajectory. Now when you come to the con support zones, on the con support zone front, 34.80 to 34.330, which I believe will be blown through in the open itself. So the support we can expect us to open is 33.900 or 33.550 to 33.650. However, if we break that support, then 33.450. So Today's trading session is purely going to be based on what's coming in the chart. As once we have a gap down, we have a bit of a follow through, then we have to see at which support it decides to have a turn. It will be a very cautious approach will have to be taken when going long, as we can fall up to 15,970 as indicated. I do not believe we'll fall further than these two, 16,100 and 15,970 as of now, as I believe this will cause a bounce to occur, as I said, too far away from the moving averages, and whenever that comes the case, a bounce does occur. Thank you for watching, and do like the video and subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell so you're notified each time a video is released.